Oh well, it is what it is. Right, so it was a good 20 or so minutes since we did this first 24 hours of sales tweet, and yeah, very, very low sales compared to the previous weeks, which is fine, you know. But just a quick comparison, Ultramarine large box, first 24 hours of sales, just under 8,000 subscribers, which is quite a stark difference compared to the Garage Store, which did 12,000 literally the week before. And then, you know, the week before that, we had both the down and the up Garage Store. The Neon Garage Store's right here, just about 11,000 subscribers. Back over to here, Neon Core, only 7,700. Now, we know where the likes that and that ended up at with their total subscriber counts. So looking at both of these, they're probably not even going to reach 20,000 subscribers next Thursday. But that does make things interesting. You know, if there's not too many of them, maybe it might still work out as a nice investment. Also, keep an eye on the workshop for any continuations. And Abyssar, you are not selling ridiculously, very modestly. And that only makes it even more interesting, especially with the likes of the Quarantine set. And the Adafruit Tier 3, you're hardly selling anything. Like, do you remember Real Safari, which only did like 7,000 subscribers after a week? Mate, I'm just saying, if we get those continuations, all the better for those to rise up in price. Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 2 hoodie and pants. We shall see, but yeah. Right, so, obviously we had a big yapping session and a lovely showcase of all the skins just yesterday in the Rust rotation video. But there was one extra thing that I brought up at the very end, and that was complete the sets candidates. For you see, as of recent, whilst we've just entered into the likes of August, literally a year ago, so I'm on to SCMM.ABP's calendar selection thing there. Yeah, look at the top right, I click that, there you go. I can easily flick through all of the previous years. Let's go to 2023, let's go to August 10, and what did we see? Complete the sets. Now, this was a bit of an anomaly. We don't normally have complete the sets in August. It's usually September. But as you can see, complete the sets. That was a lovely big fat batch of skins. Get a good look at all of that. But what followed that was also the likes of Most Wanted. So what I thought was, you know what? Let's actually record a proper video talking about the potential complete the sets candidates, because I keep referring to it, and I guess I'm doing it now. So do you know what? Let's just quickly go over to here. Wow, look at that lovely little transition. Ooh. So, the point I'm trying to get across is, guys, is that there's very likely going to be complete the sets probably within the next month, 4 weeks. Now, it probably isn't going to happen in August now, considering we're in the second week of August, but can't help but assume it's going to probably happen in September. So if I go back to the previous year from here, so 2022, September time, what do I see? Complete the sets week 1 and complete the sets week 2. Get a good look at all of those. Yeah, you better look forward to the likes of hoodie and pants, Tier 2 and Tier 3 armor. We're going to see some collections continuing or actually being completed. And do not be surprised if we see some random boots and gloves being accepted as well. So get a good look at all of that. That was 2022. We also had the second week, which kind of had a lot of more recent skins for the second week, but still some older skins. So if I could just also quickly refer back to what we saw with the likes of Maytime, I was under the assumption we potentially might have had a complete the sets in May, but that didn't happen. Not officially. But over the course of May 2024, we saw some very, very random, very, very late picks. Rainbow Pony Jacket. That was in the workshop for almost 3 years. Randomly gets picked out and accepted. Okay. I wasn't complaining, but when we got to the likes of like May 16, you were still seeing some very random extra late picks here and there. Which one was it for this week? Oh, we didn't get one that week. It was the following week, May 23. This was like the pseudo complete the sets, because we saw the likes of, very randomly, the small fuel storage, which then kicked off all those extra brand new neon skins that were accepted after that, all the small boxes, the lockers, and now the garage doors. So yeah, we've had a bit of a circle all the way back over to there. But then of course we also saw the likes of the training jacket, we saw the likes of Toxic Armor double door, we also had the likes of the fish kilt. This felt like a proper pseudo situation. Is it going to be like this again in September? Will we get some very random late picks in one big fat collection for a week's Rust Store rotation? We shall see. But I'm under the impression it'll be like proper official this time, as in they'll quite literally sit there and say, complete the sets is this week. You get the idea. Anyway, so we've kind of had a bit of a yap talking about what might happen. Let's now talk about the collection of skins that could potentially be picked from. So, there is no like open and available collection to see for all the potential candidates for complete the sets. So I produced one last year. So you might have seen my video from a year ago. It's not exactly like super noticeable. But I went through all of those skins that I suggested, and I'm not going to do another video like this. Instead, I'm just going to have this be the video. This has a little update. But I'm going to recommend that you go to the likes of this collection here. I'll have it linked in the description. And chat, I'm going to ask you right now, as I post this over to you, out of all these collections and these skins, because I should sit here and say, when you look at all of these skins, do not look at them as if they are the candidates themselves. Rather, they are the representatives of their collections. So, as much as you could sit there and say, but I really like the Glacial Visage locker and the Shadowborn locker. No. Look at them as if it's the representative of the Glacial Visage collection, or the Shadowborn collection, or the Porcelain collection. For if you were to go actually look at the pages themselves, they should actually have collection links right here, and as you click them, you'll notice, well, whilst we've had a few skins being accepted, there's still the likes of the Glacial Visage Double Armoured Door. We also have the likes of the Glacial Visage Furnace, the Sleeping Bag, the Armoured Door. It's all there. All of those potential candidates. Whereas the lockers, I just picked them out because I thought they looked cool, but they are just the representative. So go give it all a good look. So that was Glacial Visage. Now, Shadowborn collection, a very notable collection of deplorables that are accepted, this year. Whilst we have the locker still potentially to be picked, there was also the likes of the Double Armoured Door. Get a good look at that. Vase, Cubist, you've been putting out some absolutely fantastic skins so far this year. The Double Armoured Door or the locker, I'm sure we'd appreciate. And I'm noticing chats just jump straight in with the likes of Thundergold and Flashbacks. Alright, we'll talk about that in a second. And here you go, Porcelain. That rug, honestly, it's like the best skin I've ever seen. Again, it's a vase skin. That's like the best piece of art I've ever seen made for Rust. And I know a lot of people are going to greatly appreciate something like that on their wall. Now, just to remind all of you, you know the Respawn Allegory Fresco rug? That's also made by Vase. So when you see something like this, which glows in the dark and looks like that, I'm pretty sure you can see. The man's quite talented, so fair enough. Let's see what happens like that. And also Hanushka. Best of luck to the likes of you. Right, so the fact that everyone's going to talk about the likes of Thundergold and Flashbacks and Reptile Hunter, I want to bring up a point. So many people recently have been messaging me on YouTube and sitting there and saying, Hedge, why aren't we getting Flashbacks? Where's Flashbacks? Where's Thundergold? Where's Sand Rhino? Well, let me sit here and explain. This is it. If you know what I mean, this is it. If we don't even see Sand Rhino or Thundergold or, even the likes of, Flashbacks, I can't help but sit here and say, proclaim even, with so many people constantly asking me, oh, I really wanted Sand Rhino, I really wanted Flashbacks, I really wanted Thundergold. I'm pretty sure they're most wanted. I will find it incredibly silly, but I'm not going to be surprised if it happens if they don't accept any of either the likes of Sand Rhino or Thundergold Hoodie and Pants or Flashbacks. Like, it's going to be ridiculous. Like, how many people constantly keep asking me, when are they going to be accepted? When are they going to be accepted? It's either complete the sets of most wanted or bust. I'm sorry to say. It's either that or nothing. I know. And again, we've questioned the likes of, if people clearly want it, Facepunch could print tons of money, but I guess they just feel very hesitant with the likes of, budget camouflage options. Like, take, for example, Flashbacks here, alright, those hoodie and pants, they sold very reasonably. But whilst both the Tier 3 and the Tier 2 have been supplied, Facepunch, no, they don't want to accept them for some strange reason. Now, if I were to just quickly show this off, I just had Mr. Glassholio here. He turned up and he said, I just bought a Forest Raiders kilt because I think, as time goes on, it's only going to keep going up in price. And he's going to be correct to a point, because if we never see a budget alternative for Forest Raiders, it's only going to keep getting more and more and more expensive. All of that now costs over $300. About a year ago, it was like $250. It keeps getting more expensive because we're not getting those budget alternatives. It's up to Facepunch. They probably think, well, if everybody could do camouflage, it might ruin the game. Well, let me tell you, this is only getting more and more pay to win because it's getting more and more expensive. What's the right way of going about it? Feel free to comment below. You tell me. So with the likes of that, and with the likes of Whiteout, and with the likes of Desert Raiders only getting more and more expensive, hey, it would be nice to see the likes of, some Sand Rhino, some Thundergold, which by itself, very cool, very shiny, very sleek. And this right here, the whole army aesthetic and whatnot, it's cool in its own right. We'll just have to wait and see. All right. So you could go through the likes of all of these skins in the collection here, yeah. Get yourself nice and immersed. Look at all the tier 3 armor, all the tier 2 armor, all the hoodie and pants, all the primitive clothing, all the weapons and tools, all the deplorables, and look and see all of those wonderful looking skins. Pick out all the ones that you adore. Pick out all the skins that you love. And when it comes to the actual complete the sets for 2024, you can feel ever so depressed when they don't pick the things that you want most. I know. Lower your standards. But yeah, who knows what they'll pick. At the end of the day, I'm so. Like, it's either going to happen there, or it's just not going to happen. Now, let me also point out to you, quite a lot of the skins here only go as far back as about 2 or 3 years. They can pick skins as far back as whenever they want. I think the longest wait we've seen with one skin being in the workshop for so long, what was it, 4.5 years? Yeah, that's the longest I've seen a skin having to wait until it was finally accepted. So they could go really far back if they so wish. But now, let me just kind of bring up some interesting details that I think potentially might happen. So you know how we've had the likes of the Neon collection? Again, we're back to it again. I can't help but assume they're probably going to wrap it up and then finally accept the final remaining small boxes. So if you aren't fully well aware, with the likes of Duck here, he's been producing more garage doors because, of course, they're getting accepted, so why not? But I can't help but assume maybe Facepunch will probably only accept maybe a couple more. Then they'll return to the small boxes. They'll accept berries, and just in time for complete the sets, they'll then accept maybe cards, and that'll be it. Case closed. Finished. No more Neon stuff. Not like Duck's will be upset. He's had so much accepted and so many sales. But you get the idea. I feel like that'll neatly wrap up for that. And then, technically speaking, the summer will end, and then the autumn fall seasonal dip begins. What else am I considering? Well, you know how I mentioned the likes of don't be surprised by a bunch of boots and gloves being accepted? I mean that quite literally. So as I scroll down over to here, get a good look at all of these boots. Berserker boots, Space Raider boots, Skull Killer boots, Chameleon boots. I wouldn't be surprised if we see at least 2 pairs of either boots or gloves being accepted. Do not be surprised. Alright? So yeah, there's plenty of primitive skins that could get picked. There's plenty of core pieces that could be picked. Who knows? But like I said, only look at these skins as representatives of their collections. Go take a peek, Maybe the likes of comics collection here. You'll notice that there's actually a lot of other skins that have been accepted in the past. So as you can see, we've also got the likes of the LR300. There's there's a rock there, a bolt action rifle, an L96. Plenty of skins because they're submitted years ago. Yeah, so cool. So that's it. That's a wrap. That was my little update in 2024 for the complete sets candidates. What do you reckon will potentially be picked? And when will it happen? And will it actually happen? Or will they do exactly what they did during the likes of this past summer, where every Rust store will just have one random extra late pick from years ago? And it was fun. It was enjoyable, it was very nice to see some very random skins appear, but I want to see something I really want. As much as you could sit there and say, Hedge, you just want to make a nice investment, turn into a huge profit. I mean, yeah, but it would be nice to get some things that would make me happy as well, because there's a lot of very cool looking skins I've seen being produced in the past, but then they just don't really continue or get a collection. And yeah, you should expect this with complete the sets. It's not always complete the sets, it's continue the sets, and you'll very likely see a lot of skin creators seeing their collections getting a continuation, feel reinvigorated, and continue it, and, we get more skins after that. But we'll see how it all turns out. So that's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching me. Please, as I said, consider going through the likes of all those skins, finding out all the other skins from those collections as well, and feel free to comment below. What would you pick? You could either pick collection, or you could either pick specific skins. Feel free to tell me. That's it. Thank you very much for helping me out, chat, and thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you.